Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to play Nocturne jungle and carry here in preseason 13. He's in a really good spot as long as they're taking the right build in runes. He has a 78% win rate with this build, and not many people are taking it, or at least not as many as they should, because the core item Stridebreaker is not favorited by Riot, even though it's his highest win rate mythic in the game. Kind of crazy. So first part of this build is Stridebreaker into Ravenous into Death's Dance, and it has literally a 78% win rate. Super nasty. For your runes, go Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace. Secondaries, Eyeball, Ultimate with attack speed 80 and armor. The enemies are getting frisky in my jungle, which is weird because their level 1 isn't that insane. I guess they want to pressure it with the Morgue. You don't need a potion on Nocturne. You farm full HP anyways, so starting a potion will just slow you down. There's no need to go for that. His passive keeps him nice and healthy. It's also why you don't want to go for Electrocute, Hellblades, Conquer on Nocturne. Since your passive's on hit, it's on a lower cooldown whenever you auto attack. Having more attack speed makes a big difference. You want to try to fight on top of your trail. I'll probably smite this since the enemies are in the general area. Well, I'll just smite it. I don't want to have to deal with Morgana lurking around. Oftentimes when people try something level 1, they'll do a late invade, or someone will sit in the shadows waiting to do something. Plus, getting level 2 helps you clear faster anyways. All that extra attack speed from your W feels quite nice. Now we see where the Morgana is. Our little friend can't quite finish it. After you stop attacking, your jungle friend will only attack 2 more times, each attack doing roughly 20 AoE true damage. You can tell when you can and can't leave a monster alone based on that. Try to fight on top of your Q trail for the extra AD and attack speed. Get a point in our E now. Nocturne is not easy to solo. The only things you'd want to watch out for are stuff like Mundo, Olaf, and Warwick. Super strong soloists early game. If you are up against those things, I would recommend going Ignite. It has a solid win rate on Nocturne. It has a slightly lower hyper carry threshold though for team fights, since you're not getting the resets and extensions. So for those reasons, I personally prefer Ghost, because I can understand who I can and can't solo. But if it was a Warwick or a Mundo, I would have gone ahead and ran Ignite. That way they can't invade me or pressure me off scuttles. They wouldn't be able to solo us at that point. Against Lee Sin, we shouldn't really have any issue. He's very doable. On Nocturne, you should be able to do a full clear somewhere around 315. So here, I would essentially count it as finished. I'll turn around for one more auto. So yeah, you're essentially finishing around 315. You clear a little bit faster if you get to start on your red buff with Leash. I don't know if this is worded or not. I should have just waited for the Lee Sin. He was about to walk into me anyways. Got them both. They were greedy. I'm going to finish shoving this wave to get it to hard reset. Since it's underneath his turret, likely it's going to get kind of funky. So I'll just reset it, get the golden XP. They should have let us be. Nocturne's damage output's crazy, especially if you're fighting on top of your Q trail. I would have preferred to wait and brush, but our top laner made it quite a ways to us, so it forced out my Ghost. I'm not going to use my E here because we're about to gank. Plus, Scuttle Crabs don't have shields anymore. Pretty good start for Nocturne. If he gets early kills like that, I don't want to say the game's over, but it's certainly going to be quite challenging for the enemies. Any kills Nocturne can get pre-6 are a gift, because his early ganks aren't great, to say the least. High damage, decent CC, but very low mobility. You have to come deep behind the enemies to make ganks work. Zaya's running him away. If she would have just stopped chasing, I could have guaranteed kill him. Laners do that very often. Laners don't understand the psychology of their laners very well, where if they stop pushing, then they'll start running, and then we get the kill. Lee Sin has pickaxe. We could still solo him with red buff advantage, especially if we block something with spell shield. Yeah, he dashed to something. There's a lot of wards here. Block that with spell shield, and I can look for a reset now. I'll reset from brush. I don't want Lee Sin to get behind them. Actually, we don't need to. You still clear full HP on Nocturne. Oftentimes staying for a full R cycle is best. So full clear gank, and you'll be level 6. Especially if you get to soak some minion XP. Top lane's probably our easiest gank if Trundle can ever get outside of his turret. Trundle top's solid. You wouldn't want to pick it against a ranged champion like Teemo or Jace Vayne. It's going to be very challenging to deal with. The nice thing about Nocturne is he's a full clear style jungler, to where you usually get your jungle item finished before your opponents. It's also an incredibly easy, straightforward, and consistent play style to stick to win your solo queue games, because you're not ending up just ganking randomly. Just do a linear full clear, gank, reset, linear full clear, gank, reset. Now, I wouldn't recommend on Nocturne specifically resetting, because now we're level 6. And if we had reset, we wouldn't be level 6 right now. But on a lot of full clear junglers, you would reset. On Nocturne, you want to get 6, similar to a Fiddle, to where you end up staying. This guy's hiding. Got my fear on him. They don't know if he ran out of juice or if he intentionally went back. That was not advantageous of him to do either way. I don't have my gold spent yet. Lee Sin's top side, we can take this. I was only going to take his Raptors and leave, assuming he's on red buff since it spawned. But since we know he's top, we can go straight for this prize. Because he's up there. He can't stop us. He's not level 6 yet because he had to reset. If somebody resets as a jungler, oftentimes they won't hit level 6 pre-7 minute mark. But since we didn't reset, full clearing, we can hit it pre-7 minute consistently on Nocturne. As long as you don't die or reset. You do take enemy jungle camps 20% slower than your own, unfortunately. That is something to consider. It's most important to take the big one in the camp to deny the enemies their jungle item stacking up. We'll go bot here. I'll ghost nice and early. I don't want my teammates all to die like they just did for no reason. Ezreal E must be on a cooldown. Oh, I just missed out on a lot of minions. Shoot. Oh well. We'll get this cleared up. It is what it is. Couldn't get there in time to save the Xayah. At least we still got a kill. We're sitting on a stupid amount of gold. You're normally not going to have this much gold, is only because we've got so many minions. We'll go ahead and get Stride Break boots. Normally, on your first back, it's going to look more like you're getting a Heartbound axe and boots. Or maybe you're getting a pickaxe and boots. That's perfectly fine. Just get as much of your Stride Breaker as you can. Preferably the damage and not the HP. Get as much damage from the Stride Break as you can, plus boots. From this position, we want tier 2s into Rav and Death's Dance, and we'll be good to go. Their team does have a little bit of AP. Not enough to justify us going Merc Treads or even a Maw. Because they're 480. Stride Break's sick. It doesn't cancel your autos, your movement, or any of your abilities. It's super smooth, and it helps you to consistently land your fear. And once they're feared, you get 90% bonus movement speed towards them. Kind of crazy. R is up. We could definitely look for a gank here. While you're in midair, flying on your R, you can use your Q, your W, or your E. So you should start your E technically before you land on them and hit them with their Stride Break as well. As long as they're slow from Stride Break, they're not going to be able to break the tether from your E. Even if they flash away, you should be close enough to hold. Super important. Hey, friend. Please don't have a dash. No dash. That's good. I didn't Stride Break him. That's my mistake. We have a massive gold advantage and XP advantage. His camps are coming up. We'll take these again. He didn't know we were in his jungle, so he didn't invade our opposite side. He's falling really far behind in CS. If we end this game pre-25 minute, we'll do a part 2. Nocturne's so much fun. It's worth doing a part 2 if this game ends up going short. R's on cooldown, so we're not trying to do any bad ganks. This looks somewhat gankable though. Got them both with a Q, and down they go to the Xayah. Feels bad for them. R's up in 37. Could reset for boots. I'm thinking we just go for Dragon. Still have a massive gold advantage. We'll pull it out. Bring it to us. Now we can take it from here, block its attack to take less damage and also get more attack speed. If you're worried about the enemy jungler soloing you, you should hold on to your W and your E while you're taking Dragon. With that being said, if you're worried about that, you shouldn't even be taking Dragon if you don't know where they are and you're worried they can solo you. Don't know where Yumi's going. We could kill bot here. They're going to push up for the wave. The minions haven't met yet, so they're going to keep going up farther and farther. Yep. Hey, Morgana. We couldn't slow her because of her black shield, so our stride break slow didn't actually do anything there, unfortunately. I do have Ghost. It's hard to say if that would really be worth it to even kill this Ezreal. Yumi with the baits. I held Q until my fear went off just in case he flashed or dashed away. His E was already on a cooldown. His camps are down. He's going to be mad. Taking all of his resources against their team. Definitely played his still caps. Now it's time for the Rav into Death Stance. After the core build of Stride Break, Ravenous, Death Stance, you would normally look for more AD. Things like Black Cleaver, lots of ability haste, and Spear of Shojin as well. Lots of ability haste and AD. You don't really want to get lethality super late into the game. Lethality is more of an early game stat to have than late game. All of his camps are coming up. We could path back down towards bot side here. Check his top side out. He's looking for the mid gank while his red buff spawning. He's gonna lose his whole bot side here. Yas hasn't spent his gold. I should have spell shielded that and they both would have died. Oh, that's unfortunate. Auto attack stride break. Down he goes. They're both greedy. I'm stride breaking very late. Need to be doing that at the start of the combo, not really at the end. This game's all tied up. Lee Sin so far behind on finishing his jungle item. He over ganked this game. Even though we haven't ganked as much as him, our ganks have been of higher quality to where we've probably had close to 100% success rate on our ganks in terms of getting a kill for our time. I'm going to cross back through the middle, make sure he doesn't get my top side. Morgana's typing, down she goes. This is looking like an FF15 to me. I think our comp's better as well. Got him with the fear. Oh, this is bad. That's the power of lethal tempo, though. Got lethal tempo stacked off with the Yone dive. For some reason, Lee Sin went back bot side. Boy, oh boy. I'm gonna go take his top side camps. We can heal off them a little bit. He'll most likely come for his Gromp unless he wants to invade my blue buff randomly. Trundle's gankable top side off of R. I'll go kill him here in a second. I want to make sure this guy doesn't get any camps. The Jace doesn't really necessarily need us either. Yeah, they're running away now. Hey, Lee Sin. Gone with the stride break, got his flash. I kind of just want to reset, sitting on a huge Ravenous. All of his count. Ooh, what are you doing, my dude? Got him with E. Lee Sin might try to army away. If he has it up, he may not. Looks like he did try to army there at the end, but it was too late. My last auto attack was cutting through before it could go off. Dragon coming up in 45. We'll head over to that. Pick up Ravenous here. And go for that Death Stance. Beautiful, beautiful build. Lots of damage. Really good ability haste as well. 40 ability haste. Lucids are viable on Nocturne. This is more of a frontliner build to where once you go in, you shouldn't have any issues staying alive. Lucids is more for just trying to get your ult on a lower cooldown because that's all you can do. We don't even necessarily need ult to do stuff. Their win condition, I would say, was their Yone being big. Or maybe shutting down Jace early, but no matter how far behind Jace is, I don't see Trundle top being able to do much into Jace. Dragon's the call here. We'll spell shield it to get the extra attack speed. Stand on top of the Dusk Trail. Mix in some stride breaks. Pop it with a smite. He's gonna head over to his Krugs, most likely. He's got no other camps up. Never mind. He went for wolves. I need the blue. Once you're level 6 and up, you should really swap over to the Farsight alteration. We don't really need oracles at this point. Oracles is extremely unimportant on Nocturne once you're 6. Yar has enough range to be able to gank things without them really knowing where you're coming from most of the time. The range does get higher per level, but even at level 1, it's usually satisfactory. Hey, friend. I'm in the thick of it here. Block the Yonar by stepping into it. I'm on Ghost Extensions. Hit him with a Q. Smite. Down he goes. Yeah, that sucks. Got caught out in a morgue snare underneath turret. Jace was the one tanking, which is good because he had more HP. I couldn't move though. Was already missing a sizable amount of HP. It was basically a 3v5, but underneath their turret for a part of it. Death's Dance, if you can get 1 kill or assist, you're basically impossible to kill because you get a massive chunk of health back, and if that person was focusing you, you get that health back that the damage they were dealing to you as well. So Death's Dance is kind of overtuned for frontliners. Specifically AD melee frontliners, it's slightly nerfed for range champs on the ignore pain aspect. It's harder to get that huge heal off of the ignore pain. Giving away shutdowns never good. We should have just kept playing for Draxel. We didn't need any more kills. Once you have a massive gold lead, you can coast off of that for the next 15 minutes while you get every single dragon and win the game that way. I like how I lost vision of him right when, yeah, that sucks. We still don't have Farsight alteration. I have freaking oracles. Oracles is so useless at this point. Got her with the slow from smite. Down she goes. I'll go grab Herald real quick, reset for Farsight, and then we'll force an end. Heralds are way over nerfed, which is why I recommend playing super dragon heavy. Heralds only scrape a plate in a sliver now instead of 2 plates in a sliver. They basically do half as much damage. Not a huge fan of them. 322 AD pre 20-minute mark, not bad. Goes down to 260 if I'm not on my... Not on the Q path. Not on the trail. Alright, wait, why don't we have Farsight? Oh, we can't even get it now. Sick, because we have... we have Herald, so we can't even get it. The walk of shame out of base. My. Looking at their items, 1 full on Trundle, 1 full him, 1 full him, 1 full her. We're at 3, so as long as we don't do something really stupid, we should be able to wipe them all. I'll be taking this. Don't want to fight 3 of them underneath their turret. I'll fight them outside of the turret though. My lethal tempo stacked. We get his R. Our R is on a lower cooldown. We have more items with ability haste. Get him with stride break. Ooh, this is way too many people. I don't want to fight 4 people at once when he has plated. That's going to take a while to get through. That was super cheesy. You're going to die now, Trundle. Your team left you to die, my friend. Goodbye, Trundle. And that should be GG's. I need to go back into the jungle for some mana. Getting 13 back through the jungle here. Maybe I can help. Nope, I can't help. I should have stayed bot side. Oh well, we'll go for dragon. These guys don't want to give up. So we need to stay focused, take objectives as we can. Even if we throw all of the shutdown left on our team, as long as we have Draxel, it won't matter. 9 ability haste, 9 attack speed, 7% out of combat movement speed, 7% slow resist. And these dragons give extra self healing. I think it's extra healing in general. Yeah, healing and shielding 5% and tenacity 5%. That's pretty good. We have 2 different healing items in our passive heals, so that'll work quite nicely on us. You gotta stop me from taking their mid inhib. Doesn't look like they're going to. I'll try to save my teammate. I'm glad I R'd for that. I think he would have died without us. That should be bot inhib and mid inhib. We can't end off of it. I'm out of mana. We can still end pre 25-minute mark and do a part 2 though. Get a bit of a closer game. We got way too much gold early on off a double kill top side. That's going to spiral Nocturne out of control. Getting such an early first item rush in early level 6. Time to reset. From here, oh man, it's a really tough call. I'm thinking it's Cleaver though. The Cleaver armor penetration is incredibly useful. They have plated Trundle plus a chained vest. He's going to keep stacking armor as well because our team's full AD. Playing on a full AD team with an AD champion such as Nocturne is not ideal. However, Nocturne has great armor pen options, so as long as you don't throw all of your shutdown gold, you can definitely make it work. Got blue buff, about to grab level 15. Isn't that funny? Yoan is almost the same level as us. He's the same level as us right now, and now we're 1 level ahead of him with 70 more CS, with 5 times his kills, with 3 times his assists. It's so hard for the jungler to be the highest level in the game. Hey, friend. That's a double stride break, and down they go. Ah, I couldn't reach him in time. Feels bad. Always stride break upon impact. You need to get that slowdown before they get away from you. Jace is tanking. Down he goes. And GG's. I will see you guys in part 2. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2. We're up against a Karthus jungle. This is definitely a Nocturne favored matchup in a lot of ways. Once he has Zhonya's, it becomes a little bit more challenging, but we can make it work. We have the same exact setup. He's just being a nuisance. He's just randomly coming into my jungle. Maybe he was going to cheese down my first camp. I don't know. That was kind of interesting. He just wants to know where I'm going to start. He's trying to hit me with another one of his nonsense. Perhaps he wants to invade me. We'll find out. It seems weird to ward Nocturne's jungle since Nocturne doesn't usually do very cheesy stuff. I'm assuming he's wanting to cheese me is what's going on. We have the same rune setup: Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, with Eyeballs, Ultimate Hunter, Attack Speed 80, and Armor. We took Ignite because I thought we were up against Lee Sin jungle, but they went Lee Sin bot lane in ranked. Very cool. Should be an easy dub. They decided they want to troll. Caitlyn's standing still. For some reason, she went for Arcane Comment. Seems like both teams are doing a little bit of trolling. Smite that down, get a W. Auto attack Q. And we're going to continue to do the full clear into gank. Stay on the map, full clear into gank, then we'll be 6. Then we gank with R, then we'll reset. It's so interesting. He went all the way for the ward on my wraps. I really don't understand the thought process on that. Maybe he wanted to start on his blue and clear down to his red, and he was worried about me getting to his red side before he would. I don't know. Karthus usually does favor blue buff start a little bit more than red buff start, so he doesn't run out of mana. He can easily do either start. Tryndamere mid, super annoying to play against. He kind of messed up though. He didn't go for D-Shield or second win, so he's not going to be able to take very much abuse. That's the thing about Trin. He's normally very challenging to kill, but he didn't run the sustain items. He clearly didn't watch my Tryndamere mid guide. Otherwise, he would have the right stuff. Losing to a Veigar early in lane is not the way to go. If Veigar starts winning lane early, it's a very bad sign for the rest of the game to come. Being one of the best scalers in the game and all. In theory, he is. In reality, champions like Vladimir kind of end up being better scalers because the blood pool aspect and Ghost Flash. Alright, that's a 315 full clear. Not too shabby. Karthus round up bot side. He's missing a lot of health. That's interesting. I haven't played Karthus jungle in a while, so I'm not familiar with how much health he should have in Season 13 or Pre-Season 13 because I haven't been playing him. I'll go ahead and... he's right there. I'll take a look at his Gromp. It'll be up soon. The same way mine will be up soon. Could go for this GP. He's up really far. Ganking on him is by no means... You gotta come really far behind them. Pre-6 on Nocturne. Pop my W. His barrel still seemed to hit me, but down he goes. That was a good bait from Ornn there. I don't really want to steal his last hits per se. Just want to get the minions nice and low for him. Alright, it's cleared out. And from here, we should probably back. Because I don't know where Karthus is. Their top laner's going to have prio for a little bit. He seems to be trying to freeze the wave. Took a lot of damage for it. He couldn't do it. There's way too many minions. Let's go for that stride break. Very nice. And a control ward. And I really should have gone for an Oracle. Just got to remember to get the blue ward, Farsight Alteration. Super, super important once you're level 9. Get it as soon as possible. Karthus hasn't had a successful gank yet. Hopefully he didn't stay in my jungle since I ganked top. Alright, he didn't. Cool. He would have had to wait about 20 seconds after he took Scuttle Crab. The biggest issue their comp's going to have is they don't have a proper front line anywhere, and they don't have a ranged AD carry. And we have Vague Cage. Vague Cage is a great way to dominate team fights against sloppy comps that lack either a front line or proper range damage outputs. People have been playing a lot of weird stuff lately. I saw Vladimir Yuumi bot lane. It was actually kind of broken. It's got me back into banning Yuumi every game instead of champions like Yone. Yuumi's kind of more OP than Yone. You can stick Yuumi on a variety of champions and it becomes ridiculously hard to deal with. And taking her out if your support isn't wanting to play it is a great idea. Me and Karthus are both doing full clears right now. It's what our champions both do best. It's exactly what he's doing. I'm almost level 6, pre-7 minute mark, not bad. Bot lane's died twice so far. I don't have oracles, which we should have here. I'm assuming what's happening is we're on a ward. Guess we're about to find out. Get our fear on him. Ornn missed his R. Don't even know how, but he did. We're still able to get the kill. It's the power of Nocturne. Lots of damage, plus Heartbound Axe, giving us even more movement speed when we hit him. Hit him with our attacks. Get the movement speed bonus off of Q as well. Ooh, these guys are in trouble. Vague didn't use R, so I'm assuming Trin has his R. I should have pressed W there. Down he goes. Yep. I should have pressed W to block his R to get the bonus attack speed immediately. That was a little bit delayed. What is happening here? So I can't spell shield the chain aspect. Once it hits, you can't spell shield the snare. That's interesting. You can only spell shield the initial part of the ability, and then that essentially blocks the secondary aspect. There's nothing to really use R on here. Nothing's really gankable. They're underneath turret. Oh, that's not good. I'm actually going to have to leave my blue buff. That sucks. Lee Sin gets the kill, but we kill Lee Sin. Didn't have my E up, and we had to abandon blue there. Kind of sucks. Is what it is. Sometimes you have to leave a camp if you feel like you're going to get a guaranteed kill out of it. Especially if you feel like you can get a kill and save your teammate, which was the case here. We wouldn't have stopped if we didn't think we were going to be able to do both there. Because there was no gank. They're underneath turret with high HP. Their bot lane's ahead. They're playing super cheesy. All in with the Lee Sin LeBlanc. Could reset for a stride break here after Gromp. Then we can path into our red side and full clear. R's on cooldown anyway, so we won't lose much value from resetting. Once again, stride breaker into Ravenous, death stance, 78% win rate, super nasty. Karthus just got Herald there. Caitlyn's almost looks like she's dying on purpose. She's just walking back and dying on repeat. Got the stride break. We'll get this, we'll get that, and then level 9 I'll try to remember to get Farsight Alteration. Karthus doesn't necessarily know where we are, so after Herald he should not have pushed into our jungle because they didn't have vision of us. If he did push into our jungle, he was coin flipping. That would have been super dangerous for him to do. Veigar's doing a decent job of getting stacks. He's at 60. That's decent enough. You can incorporate stride breaker into your farming. It's on a low enough cooldown to where it's not really trolling to do so. GP is low. We'll go kill him. We can pretty much one tap him with R. Should have had oracles long ago, but our start kind of got messed up by LB. Got it. Took 3 turret shots for it. I think we blocked something with our W as well. I'm not 100% though. Max our E second. Karthus is bot side. We need to try to get as much gold and XP as possible without stealing this guy's stuff. Karthus is laying his stuff bot side. I'm super low health, but I do have spell shield to block his R. We heal up off his Gromp. Herald isn't going to be able to do anything. Herald only scrapes 1 plate in a sliver. Doesn't even take 2 plates in a sliver anymore. I'm not a big fan of rushing down Herald if you're going to compromise your level 6 or sacrifice Dragon for Herald. Not a big fan of going Herald at the moment. Only out of desperation rather than choice. He must figure I'm in his jungle. Surprised Veigar didn't R for that. Karthus doesn't know if I have R. I don't think he went in for my wolves. He left my jungle pretty quickly. Must have been laying his own word in there. I do have an item advantage. A little bit nervous. I assumed they backed. I'll just leave that right there. We'll block that. We get the spell shield. We have a complete item. None of them do. You don't count tier 2 boots. You only count boots and tier 2 boots as movement speed rather than actual damage output. So like looking at what they have, they don't really have anything to match my stride break at the moment. I can't find anything to gank though. It's only topside, so I guess I'll path into that. Lee Sin now is sitting on an Eclipse. That's going to be challenging to kill, even if we are 2 levels up on him. LeBlanc's going to have double dashes. Veigar's out of mana. He needs to reset. I have a feeling we're not going to get a kill out of this. Therefore, I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to. Should have ignited him. Ignite would have killed him there. That's my bad. Got him with Q. Caitlyn hits him with R. Same time. He got double penetrated on that one. Against their team, ah, man, it's a tough call on what boots to go for. I'm kind of feeling the plated. Plated makes a lot of sense here, and then we'll go Ravenous. R is going to be down for a while. Just going to keep playing in a dragon. Super smooth Nocturne. Veigar's getting... That's 3 stacks. 4 stacks. That was 4 permanent AP. That's a lot of AP Tryndamere's giving him. He's going to heal it all back because he has life still now. Looks like he's going Bloodthirster Rush. Or is that Shield Bow Rush? It's hard to tell. I don't think this Veigar is going to reset. I think he's going to troll. He just needs to reset. What is he doing? He's out of mana and he's been out of mana. You're going to have to R, buddy. No point of igniting him. He'll just press heal right as he's about to die. Almost killed the card. This only needed one more auto attack. Things got kind of messy there. We're getting slowed. Weird stuff was going on. I don't know if he even hit us with Wall of Pain, but we were moving really, really slow there. It wasn't worth dying for that. At least they're not getting Dragon out of it or anything. No clue where Veigar is going. He just roams off to the side. He should be pushing mid right now. He doesn't have Predator. If you don't take Predator on Veigar, your roams are extremely slow. To where it's not really worth it. You could get more value just staying mid. I'm not going for that Herald. There's no point. They're so gosh darn useless. Unless you're playing an extremely high tempo comp where you're just trying to end, there's really no point. That was... He actually just walks into my jungle. That's so greedy. If I had R, he was dead there. Very greedy. Tryndamere did go for a Bloodthirster. I don't think I've ever seen Bloodthirster Tryndamere rush before. Very peculiar. We have 100% KP. Team's trying to surrender. Very cool. Of course, it's our bot lane because they're performing really, really well. Being extremely useful members of the team. It's usually the people who are trying to surrender are the ones who are anchoring. Let me guess, it's warded. Oh wow, it's not. Big surprise. Soraka gonna help me, or is she just gonna watch me die? The answer is she's just going to watch me kill them. I only ganked because I was assuming they were going to be missing some spells from killing Caitlyn. They get Herald. I'm not too worried about it. She's super, super low. Yeah, down she goes. I still have my spell shield as well. I imagine Soraka's frustrated the way Caitlyn's playing, but at the same time, Soraka isn't playing necessarily good herself. Just seeing people try to surrender in the game when you're literally winning. We were tied kills with dragon advantage. People are trying to give up. It's kind of bizarre. I'm extremely low, but I think we can do it. Unless they push out for it this moment. Did I not? Okay, I did block something there with my W. For a second there, I thought I didn't block an auto attack. Is she gonna give it to me? Got it. She didn't even heal me there. Like, what the heck? Oh man, I'm gonna try not to rely on her too heavily. You start to figure out who you can and can't rely on, and as you figure that out, try to stick to that. Caitlyn burns flash. I don't think she's gonna get away though. She's gonna walk around that. Veigar finds the cage on my wolves. Unfortunately, the enemies were not inside of it. I'm gonna reset. This doesn't really make sense to stay for. They're not trying to die Veigar. I don't have R, and we can get Farsight Alteration. Not too late in the game. Lee Sin's not going to be able to fight us. They picked a super cheesy bot duo. I'd imagine these people are duo. Yeah, looking at their names. Something along those lines. Am I about to get attacked? I got him with Ignite. Nice. We ignited him that time. It paid off. Let's go. We were able to nick him with a tipper stride break. We're going to keep playing in a drag soul. Me and Orn are going to be able to carry this. He's super tanky. I have lots of damage. Basically tied CS with Karthus meanwhile. Ganking a lot. Way more than I would like to. We get the slow from jungle item there. I have no clue. I shouldn't have spell shielded that. Spell shielding that didn't make any sense. I should have just held on to it. We at least got some of his HP. The thing is he's gonna heal because he went Bloodthirster Rush, which is very strange. Item to rush. Okay, there it is. For a second there, it seemed like she wasn't gonna hit him. I'm glad she did. There goes his wall of pain. He smites it. At least we get his smite. We'll go R top. Hey, GP. Someone finish him! Soraka gets the kill. And they're gonna lose turret for it. Might as well stay and push. Healing off of Ravenous. Orn's out of mana. We got it back now. R's on a cooldown. From this point, we want Death's Dance and then into Spear. So Death into Spear or Death into Cleaver is fine. Need to keep stacking as much ability haste as possible. I'd prefer them not get my blue buff. He's so lucky my R is on a cooldown. He'd be dead. Caitlyn's taking my wolves instead of going for the minions. This Lee Sin's so cocky. He's just staying, bro. It's like, man, if my R was up. If only. Got him with stride break into fear. He's trying to R me right now. Oh, got your flash, LeBlanc. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Cost me R. My R is 57 second cooldown. Her flash is a 5-minute cooldown. That's how flashes work. Just want it pushed. We want him to get the gold. Orn's out of position. He's gonna die. We need Dragon. I can't help Orn. He's all by himself. Try to get her with her stride break. Won't do too much though. Because of her dashes. There's no way to catch this character. Honestly, it's insane. I would R her, but she has to reset anyway. She's already low health. I'll hold it just in case. I don't know. I assume her passive's up, so I might end up killing the wrong one. And it's going to be a mess. We already know we're going to get Dragon, so whatever. She can live. Oh, we got it. Sick. Karthus flashed for it. This wasn't even Soul. He just really didn't want us to get anywhere close to Soul. He went for Leandri's into this. R is up. There's nothing to R right now. I should have waited to cross so these minions didn't see me. I'm not worried about anyone killing me. It's just I want to be able to kill them with my R. None of them have the gold spent to solo us whatsoever. Problem with going Bloodthirster Rush is you're not getting a very good passive out of it. It's not like a Shield Bow or a Gale Force. Gale Force is way better on Trent, honestly. Hey, friend. Hit him with the Stride Break immediately. You can't get away. And down you go, GP. Yep, you can't get away. I get 90% extra movement speed from my E, and I'm getting 30% from my Q. Karthus, ooh, yeah, that Ornar was poop. They have vision of me right now. I want to go take his bot side camps. I kind of need help bot side. Those guys must be duo. The fact they're running Lee Sin LeBlanc bot lane, it's either that or they're both trolling each other for picking a troll champ. They're not leaving bot. They're sticking together, pushing turrets. I'm going to stay. I don't think they're staying. They don't have many minions left. Well, I see Lee Sin. I can try to spell shield it. He can pound ground and then R me. He's fast. Whatever he has, he's real fast. Got him with Ignite and Smite. He took a lot of damage from that. I'm not sure if he flashed or he got destroyed. This rock is really deep here. So is their trend, I suppose. Their trend's probably taking my camps right now. I'll go grab mid. It's a lot of minions. Might as well dump it real fast. Not sure if Orange Soraka can take the Tryndamere. They're gonna have to try. Maybe they'll learn their lesson about not split pushing. Hey, friend. I can't get to him. He's slowing me somehow. Oh, it's from his jungle item. Is what it was. It was literally his jungle item. I'm getting trail. This is the one. Got it. We'll use our Q to get away, and we're chilling. Yeah, I was like, where's that slow coming from? Got him. Sniped him out. Pathed off of his body. Very spicy. Gotta love that 2.25 second fear. Thought they could fight me. Fools! Plus Karthus was somewhat low mana, so he couldn't leave on his lawnmower. Hey, friend. You're dead. Very greedy. This game is... How have we not won yet? The only people trolling harder than their bot lane, I think, is my bot lane. My bot lane doesn't... They just don't seem like they're with it. But they haven't AFK'd, so I'll give them that. Not AFKing in a rank game is an achievement. I didn't stride break in time. That's my bad. If I would have stride broke, I might have been able to hold the E-tether. R'ing LeBlanc just is starting to seem like a mistake. We got the fear, but Caitlyn is just like standing on his face for some reason. This is where I need my R. I would pop my ward and then snipe him down. This is Dragsoul. This is honestly GG's. I don't know how you beat Dragsoul in League of Legends, man. It's really hard. Even if you have the way better comp. 4 dragons versus no dragons plus soul. Because each dragon itself gives pretty decent stats. Got it. Hey, friend. Ow! He's getting shredded. Died before the Caitlyn R could even get there. I'll leave it for her. She needs the gold. She probably won't do much with it, but at the same time, you don't want to piss off your teammates. It's really bad manners if they're already there to just take all the last hits like that as the jungler. And at the same time, they're not supposed to... What's happening? What are they typing about? Hey, friend, you just died, GP. Maybe not. I'm getting ripped. My goodness. I gotta reset. No, don't do it to Veigar, please. Yeah, he took it. Apparently they're saying Soraka was trolling. I think she might have actually been trolling. Some of the moves she's done have been kind of sussy. From here, I actually kind of want Shojin, and well, I guess I should stay true to the build. We'll go Shojin next. Go Shojin after our Death's Dance. Death's Dance healing will be quite nice. From here, we are chilling on nearly 400 AD, 74 ability haste. Lots of damage. We've only died once. Cool. Haven't thrown too much shutdown gold. I don't want to R LeBlanc. Seems like they're trying to stall the game out by splitting. The thing is, we have 2 Wind Dragons plus Draxel, which is constant 15% movement speed, so... She did not run a very smart way. She did not run a smart way there. Constant 15% extra movement speed no matter what, and then 50% after you use your R for 6 seconds. It's insane, because we're also getting 14% out of combat. So if we're out of combat, we're getting 30% movement speed. And if we're in combat, we have an additional 15%. Look at my teammates typing. Oh my gosh. I need to go group probably. My team is struggling to say the least. They're typing so much. They're like 8-year-olds fighting with each other. The funny thing is, Ornn's the only one who's like pulling his own weight, and the rest really aren't. But they're all typing as if they're 1v9 right now, and their teammates are dragging them down. And even if that is the case, no matter how hard I'm carrying, regardless of the ELO, I don't type and say, you guys are terrible, you're so bad. It doesn't help. It just makes your teammates play worse, because A, it stresses them out, or B, they just try to start losing on purpose to make you lose. Goodbye, LeBlanc. If we keep wiping her every single pre-fight, I can't imagine these guys are gonna win. LeBlanc is extremely mobile and can kind of one-shot the Soraka. Wasted our W. Baron's autos aren't coded as abilities such as the dragons. You have to wait till the Baron goes to hit you with an actual special hit. Look, their Karthus did well. I'd say the enemy bot lane did well overall. Actually, it's having a bot laner that types more than playing. I don't know what they're talking about. I would R, I just don't know where anything is. I would like for Ornn to give me an item upgrade. I don't think I've gotten one yet. It's given one to Veigar and a Soraka, but not to me. It's kind of hard to end. They have a lot of wave clear with the GP barrels, Karthus, and kind of LeBlanc as well with her dash. It's mainly the GP barrels though. Oh, hey, Karthus. Yeah, down you go. I get to block 1Q guaranteed for free, and for him to land, all the rest is not ever gonna happen. We're moving too fast. So we have upgraded stride break now, which is giving a whopping 60 AD, 30% attack speed. How much better is that than normal stride break? It's only 10 extra AD, 10% attack speed. That doesn't seem that much better, to be honest. I want it to have 20 extra AD, not 10. Yeah, I don't know. It's still better than nothing. Not quite as good as I thought it would be, though. Hey, Tryndamere. I should have spell shielded that. That kind of hurt. Trin's in the cage. Vagar one taps. He needed to R. Vagar did 100% of his health there. Goodbye, LeBlanc. Got him. That's the power of self-healing, man. That's why I don't recommend Karthus right now. Let's take a look at damage dealt, damage taken. They typed GG support gap and GG top gap, my own teammates. Oh my god. Looking at damage dealt enemy champions, we had the most in the game. Looking at damage taken, we had taken nearly the most in the game, just a little bit behind the Tryndamere. For self-mitigated, we self-mitigated the third most in the game. And for runes, very high value. Nocturne Jungle is an extremely solid pick. He's almost never banned. He's always good as long as their team isn't full AD. And he has a couple of really strong builds, this one being the best one. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingSticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.